What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I would go ahead and do a update on my everyday carry for 2025 here in the summer. Since I'm doing a lot of work outside and everything like that, I'm going to show you guys what I'm typically carrying on a day-to-day basis. So just go ahead and start with what's on my wrist. I am wearing a Invicta Pro Diver. It is a homage piece to the Rolex Submariner. I really like the look of that watch. Can't afford one, but I still really like the look of it, and this is a really nice homage piece to it. It is designed after it, but it does not try to pretend like it is one. It says Invicta all over it. It's got some tweaks and changes and whatnot to it, so it was a really good option for me to be able to get. I really like this watch. It was not too horribly expensive, but it's still a mechanical watch, so there's no batteries or anything. It just runs, and it's just a really cool piece. On my other wrist, I wear just a paracord bracelet that I made. It's just so that I've got some kind of cordage on me. It would not be quick to take this thing apart if I really had to, but it's just nice to know that I have something that's nice and strong on me at all times. Moving on to some of the boring stuff. My phone. I am still rocking the iPhone 14. It is in a quad lock case. This is just really nice for being able to just lock it in place and I don't have to worry about it. They got some cool attachments and whatnot. So that's why I went ahead and went with this case. That's really the only update to this guy. Next up is car keys. First, I've got this AJT Designs key fob cover on here. I originally bought this cover to go with my Tacoma when I had that, but that truck had a remote start in it that required me to have a special key fob that linked to the remote start, so I couldn't use the OEM one. But when I got my Tundra, the OEM key fob was the same size, so I was actually able to finally use this. It wasn't just in my drawer. So next is this kind of just generic titanium clip off of Amazon. I switched to this from the little hook that was on here because I started spending a lot more time hunting and out in the woods by myself, and that meant that I was driving to my hunting spot, and I didn't want to not have keys because I didn't have a spare set with me, so I wanted to be able to hook it to me, not have to worry about it. So we decided to go with an actual clip. It's got lots of little bottle opener and whatnot. It's a multi-tool, but I don't use it for that. I just use it as the clip. Then we've got the leaf that I forged a while ago. I believe this is actually the leaf from the 5-minute forge. So if you want to see me make that, go back in time. I believe that video was made after I got the new camera, so it should actually be decent quality. I don't know how good the audio is, so forgive me if it's not very good. Next up, my wallet. Trayvax Contour. I've been rocking this guy for 2 years now. Works really well. I'm very happy with it. Holds everything that I need in it. The only thing special with it is I do have their comb. I use it every once in a while. It's just kind of a nice thing to have in here. It's a cool piece. Plus it adds some rigidity to the back of this. So I've got a metal plate and a metal plate so that nothing gets bent or crushed or anything. Just a little extra peace of mind. But nothing real special here, just Trayvax Contour. So now onto the knife. I'm still carrying the Spyderco Paramilitary 3. When I decided I was going to make the update video, I just went to my tray over there on my gear shelf and I grabbed what I had been carrying recently that week, and it was still this knife. It's a great knife. The steel is really good. It's a fantastic shape. It's not too big in the pocket. It's a solid knife overall. This is, I think, my favorite knife. I've got other knives that I do carry, but this ends up in my pocket the most often. I did add on this little tab to it so that I can grab with my gloves and whatnot and pull it out. It makes it real easy to get onto it, and it just kind of makes it unique to me. Multi-tool. I actually have changed the multi-tool that I'm carrying. I am carrying a Leatherman Wingman instead of my Wave. And the real reason as to why I'm carrying this over my Wave Plus is because I lost it. It has since been found. He's a little crusty. It's got some rust on them and everything like that. But I lost this, and this is probably the third time I've lost one of these. I've only not found one of them, but this is just, it's a big multi-tool. It's heavy, and it's a little pricey, and I decided that I still wanted to have a multi-tool, but I didn't want to pay, the 120 bucks or whatever a Wave Plus is, and I wanted to go with something simpler, something that just has the pliers and everything on it that is really what I'm using day to day. And if I need to, be cutting stuff, if I know I'm going to be doing a job like that, I'm just going to go get the right tool. A lot of times I wouldn't, because I knew I had this with the replaceable jaws in it. This is smaller, it's lighter, and overall I think I am happy with the Switch. Even after I found my Wave Plus, this has stayed in my pocket, and I'm very happy with this purchase. So I have changed up my light. I am now carrying the Mod Light PLH version 2 dual fuel multi-mode head. That is a mouthful. It's got the Thyrum clip on it, and instead of going with the full switchback ring, since I've got a light on my gun, I don't really have to have the ability to run like this with it. So I decided to not put that on here. But then I missed having it for when I was doing stuff, and I would just let go of my light and I would drop my light because I was so used to having the ring on here. So in lieu of that, I added this little paracord loop to it. It's actually empty paracord. I pulled all the guts out of it, put it on here, and that has worked perfectly for me to being able to retain my light so that I can do other things and still have a good hold on my light itself. This light is fantastic. It's got great output. The throw is fantastic. It is by far my favorite light that I have ever carried. It's bigger than something like the Olight, like an Olight Warrior Mini, but the output's great on it. The size really is not that bad. It's a little long, but the battery life lasts really well. I mean, I've been outside with my wife for an hour, 2 hours, helping her with the garden and stuff like that, and we just work. And then I go in and I change the battery, and it's charged within an hour. So this is it's a great light. I really like it, and I'm really glad that I made the switch to this. All right, pen. I don't have my big metal pen anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I've actually lost it. And I have switched from the Pilot G2s. I have switched over to the Pilot Precision V5. It's got a really fine tip on it. This is the red pen that they've got. And the reason I've got the red pen, and I do actually use the red pen more often, is because for work as an engineer, I do a lot of red lines on drawings and whatnot. And we do those in red ink, thus red lines. So I find myself using this a lot in work, so it just kind of makes its way into my pocket. It's nice to have. I do want to take these refills and put it into a metal body. I just haven't found one that I really like. I need one that's lightweight. I kind of want to go with like a tactile turn one, but those are a little pricey, so I'm in the market is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's the pen. And now for the fun stuff. So, to be completely honest, most of the year I am carrying my Glock 19 in my Tier 1 concealed holster. This is my favorite go-to gun. I shoot it really well. I really like it. I like having the sidecar and everything like that in here to be able to have my extra ammo and whatnot. But during the summer, this just gets to be a little bulky. I will still carry it a lot of the times, but not always. In these really hot weeks that we've had here, where it's been, 80, 90 degrees every day, I reach for my Springfield Hellcat a lot more often. I carry it appendix in a Odin holster for the sake of the video. Let's show you guys. It is in fact clear. On top, I've got the Springfield Hex Wasp. It's a good optic. It runs really well. I can co-witness with my sights. It's made by Springfield. It came with the gun. It's just not my favorite optic. I can't really put my finger on it. There's just something about it that I just don't love. But I don't have any real complaints about it, to be entirely honest. I mean, it runs fine. It does its job. I've never really had an issue with it. I've actually dropped, as you can see, I mean, it's got lots of wear and tear all over it. I've actually dropped it before, and it's fine. It held zero. I went out and shot it, and there was nothing wrong with it. So it's a solid optic. It's just not my favorite. On the front here, I've got a Streamlight TLR 7X sub. For a really long time, I carried a Olight PL Mini Valkyrie 2. And I like Olights. Don't get me wrong. I like Olights. I've carried a lot of their handheld flashlights. They've run really well. I keep some in my truck and everything like that. The rechargeableness is starting to become a problem for me, specifically with the weapon lights. I ran into a problem where when I'm not carrying this is my bedside gun. It's just easy for me to lay it there because a lot of times my Glock is here in my office where I'm dumping all the stuff out of my pockets and everything like that. So this sits on my bedstand a lot of the time. This is also the gun my wife likes to carry, so that's an easy place for her to be able to find out if she's going to be carrying it. The problem that I ran into was I went to go pick this thing up the other day, and I check it pretty regularly that, the light works and everything. I keep, maintain my guns and everything. Well, I picked it up, clicked the button, light didn't turn on. I was like, okay, well, I'll just go throw it on the charger. Could not find my charger. I own 2 weapon lights from Olight, and I lost the charger to both of them. No idea where they're at. And it's a different charger from every other light. It's the polarity of the magnets is reversed. And I know that they did that because I'm sure they're not compatible back and forth. Completely makes sense. But it made it so that I could not charge the light on my weapon. And that day I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm done with rechargeable. I'm going back to batteries. I know that I can get CR123s. I can keep a supply of them. I'm just going back to regular batteries. I'll just change it out periodically. I actually kept the same holster. This holster is technically, you can kind of see the shape in it here, is made for a Olight. But what I did was I just went in here, cut this section out with some cutters. I need to go in and buff it out and everything, but it still holds very solid. So didn't need to buy a new holster, which that was great. I've got stock sights on here, nothing special, no modifications to it. Trigger is the exact same as what came with the factory. This gun shoots really well. I have no complaints about it overall. And last but not least, the thing that holds my pants up. This is a Core belt. Right now I'm running their leather belt. I normally run the nylon one, but I started to run the leather one just for kind of the look of it. I needed to wear it for an event, and then I just kind of decided that I liked it and decided to keep wearing it. I like the fact that, having the ratchet on there makes it so that I can adjust really easily how tight it is to hold my gun up. I think this is a really good choice. They hold up really well. I normally have to buy one once a year, but I'm really hard on them. I wear it every single day. So over time, it just kind of breaks down. The joint kind of breaks down. Or the biggest failure point I get is actually this little guy here bends and then breaks off. That's my major failure point on these. Which with Core, I believe I can just buy a new belt buckle instead of having to buy a whole new belt, which is kind of nice. And I think that's going to do it for this everyday carry update, you guys. I will throw links to as many of these items as I can down in the description. If you guys have any questions about anything in the video, put it down in the comments and I will do my best to get you guys answers. If there's anything you'd like for me to try out or anything that you'd like to see me review, also put that in the comments below and I will see what I can do about getting my hands on it or seeing if I've already got it over on the gear shelf. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate. Please like and subscribe and share this with somebody that you think would enjoy it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.